It's the end of the week, and so it's time to take out the trash. Okay, so this week for my garbage person, I've got two, but they're basically going in for the exact same reason, so I don't feel that bad about it. If you were trying to predict, you probably were pretty accurate this week in who my garbage person is gonna be, and there were a lot, but I have to fit in because we haven't talked about them otherwise. The first one is this fool, Josh Hawley, who's gonna go in the trash. He's gonna have some company in just a second, but why is he there? He's there because coming out of this week where the Capitol was damaged, people were killed. What is he worried about? He's worried about the fact that his active participation in this event, both in terms of trying to cancel people's votes as an elected official, but also literally cheering on the mob the morning of, has caused him to lose a book deal, and he thinks that's crazy. There's nothing that could be more Orwellian. I think something could be. I think we could. You're the smart guy. You went to the Ivy League school. I feel like something could be more Orwellian than that. But anyway, he put out his statement on the woke mob, and it's really that part that makes it so he has to go in the trash, because we had a mob, Josh Hawley, and it's not the woke mob at Simon and Schuster. No, it's the people that you're desperate to get to vote for you in a few years that you cheered on, as crazy as they were, that resulted in a cop being killed, dozens of others being beaten, other people dying as well. But this is what he's worried about the day after that he temporarily lost access to a book deal. Some other publisher is gonna give him another deal, and he knows that, and he knows that it getting canceled is better for him in terms of right-wing BS clout than publishing the book no one would actually read anyway. But this is what he is presenting as the big injustice of this week, and so he is absolute trash. Now, Brett, I do want to give, because we've been going back and forth, and how do we recognize the good people? So I do have a good person in this case, and it's the person who's trying to get him out of office. That is Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who responded to him saying, "You fist-pumped insurrectionists and baselessly attacked our elections. Your actions fueled a riot and you fundraised in the chaos. 5 people are dead. Even your GOP colleagues have distanced from your acts. Yet here you are crying over a book deal. You should be expelled." And she's 100% right. But Josh Hawley's not the only one who, by the way, right after that violence, went right back in there and just kept doing their little campaigning thing, trying to cancel the votes. Ted Cruz did too, and so AOC had earlier this week called for him to resign. He attacked her online saying she's a liar, which by the way is why this possum-faced traitor is also going to be garbage today, so I'm just gonna put him in there. He says, "You're a liar, leading a debate in the Senate on ensuring election integrity is doing our job, and it's in no way responsible for the despicable terrorists who attacked the Capitol yesterday. Those despicable terrorists who I desperately hope support me in the primary in a few years. And sorry, I ain't going anywhere. When you and your socialist buddies," I cut him off there, I don't care what the rest of that nonsense is. He doesn't believe anything he's saying. He's absolute garbage and trash. Who, by the way, is already doing the thing I said he's gonna do, where he tries to pretend that he stood up to Trump during this. He said, I think it was earlier today, "I've always spoken out against his rhetoric and language." No, you didn't do nothing. You didn't speak, you coward. You licked. Licking isn't talking. You licked though.
You raised money, buddy. You made the calls.
Well, and she points out, let's go to this. Just one more tweet. She said, "Oh, you're accusing me of lying? Isn't this you? Your campaign sent out this fundraising message as people were sieging the Capitol. You claimed to be leading the fight to reject electors. Clashes started around 1:20. This message was sent after the Capitol was breached." And yeah, he was fundraising literally as people were, gallivanting through the halls of Congress and people were dying. He was trying to make money off of it because there is nothing in there. There's a little bit of dead ferret that's been pasted on his face, or what passes for a face, and grift. That's it. That's all that there is there. A little bit of oily grift, and I'm glad that AOC is pointing it out.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much there.
Pitch.
First, Josh Hawley.
Enjoy it.
Did you say the pitch? The what? What did you say?
No, it's garbage. I'm hoping he enjoys garbage.
Yeah.
So tell me about Josh Hawley.
Josh Hawley. What's hilarious to me when it comes to like book deals and Twitter and private companies refusing service to you, it's like that's the free market economy saying, I think this guy will affect my bottom line.
Yep.
I mean, that's what's happening. That's what a company is making the decision to do. It's a private company making a decision. And they're all against, it's a violation of my rights if you refuse service to me. Well, that's what a gay couple said to a cake maker. Why aren't you standing up for the gay couple's rights? You're refusing service to me because of who I am and what I'm choose to do all day is just be gay. Like, and Josh Hawley's like, no, we can refuse service to you as a private company. Well, so can Simon & Schuster, you big doink. And I love all the faces on all these people, Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley, who now unfortunately have that ad that can be completely played against them, which is here's what they were doing while this was happening at the Capitol.
Yeah. Yep.
Why? And then this police officer died because they relied on the thankless job of sanity. They don't want to win. They already lost. These people already lost. Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz think they have 1/80th the charisma and the dumps and the instincts of Donald Trump. I'm sorry, he's really good at this stuff, and these two are absolutely not. And Donald Trump just went wherever he's like Daredevil, like he has no sense, but he somehow can feel around and totally know where the political room is, how the political room is situated. These two are not going to be able to harness that. And worse, the people they're harnessing have already gone too far. It's not going to work out for them. There is no way that Josh Hawley's going to pull it up. So they're all flailing to like scoop up and reframe this as fast as they can into it's not what it looks like. Actually, I'm not fighting for Donald Trump anymore because he's the one, and Tucker's doing this too, because Trump's the one. They're all turning on him. Kevin McCarthy, same thing. Trump's the one who's inciting the violence, not me. I'm fighting for voting rights. Oh, really? If they won this independent commission to oversee voting, that would be the biggest own goal in Republican history. To put on some kind of federal commission to regulate voting around the country, the moment the Democrats are taking over all chambers of the legislative and executive branch. No, and even that idea goes against Republicans. These Republican traitors, Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz, under the false flag of republicanism, are actually doing something that they've accused Democrats of doing forever, which is, DC is gonna come in and tell us how to vote. Virginia knows how to vote. Pennsylvania knows how to vote. Let the legislators do it. And you know what a federal oversight board of voting, voting reform would do? They would go and expose everything that you did, that Republicans have been doing. There's always, whether it was a Democrat group before the Civil War or a Republican group ever freaking since, that there's always someone in America trying to take voting rights away from people and maintain power. And that's what the Republicans have been doing by purging voter rolls, by making it more difficult to vote. And if the Democrats are in charge, they're just going to completely undo all the damage that you've been doing. But no, they don't want to win. They don't want to win this battle. They want to win future battles. And they need, their ideas are so stupid, they need to harness Trumpists in order to get enough votes to survive. And JR referenced in the morning, I was trying to figure out what the best thing is, and he pointed out a Chris Rock reference. They're all realizing that these Trumpists went crazy. It's like when you're saying someone says a tiger went crazy. No, that tiger went tiger. Yeah, and that's what's happening. And these guys, they got a tiger by the tail, and they don't know what to do with it, and they're flailing because they didn't think. They were relying on the thankless job of sanity of everybody else to keep this in check. All the people that were like, this is gonna get out of hand, and it did get out of hand. And now they don't know what to do, and they think they can revert. Ted Cruz, I mean, there's so many reasons why, like, I hate to say it, but like a Cuban American can talk about like, these crazy people are storming your house. They're storming the seat of power and trying to overthrow the democratic process. Like, that is, if I heard, like, all the Cubans I know were like, that kind of behavior is horrible. He now is going to say, oh no, these folks, the socialists like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez are gonna he's going to like these really sad, tired, false attacks at the same time that his people are breaking down the windows of Congress to expose some kind of pedophilia. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Well, this sounds like you secretly wish this was your garbage person.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.